The most surprising piece of silly season news has just come out in 2019, and Paul Menard will be retiring from full-time Cup Series competition for 2020, giving the seat to Matt Dibenedetto. So Paul Menard has always been a driver who can basically race, not necessarily wherever he wants to, but he brings the sponsorship to go ahead and race. And he can get a decent ride and decent equipment. He was obviously at Richard Petty Motorsports, then jumped to Richard Childress Racing, and then jumped to Wood Brothers Racing, gave the Menard sponsorship to all those teams. So he's always been kind of, he could just go wherever he wants to, and he's not really the best driver, but he is a solid, consistent driver that will get your car home in one piece and will, record top 20s, but every now and then we'll get a top 10, but it's never really been elite and top of the road. Kind of, the most mediocre you could get. Like, if there is a baseline for, hey, if you're above Paul Menard, you're a good driver. If you're below him, you're a bad driver. He's pretty much the average of NASCAR drivers, kind of like Jamie McMurray was. But he's decided to call it quits. He wants to spend more time with his family, just like David Reagan. Maybe Menard wasn't having as much fun. Maybe he just said, I think it's time to leave. I've had a decently long career in NASCAR competition. Let me leave while I'm ahead, and you gotta appreciate, that type of mentality of, hey, I want to spend more time with my family. He's gonna do that now. The article said most likely he's still gonna be racing in some one-off races next year, maybe in the Xfinity Series. Team Penske, he still has that Menard sponsorship, so he could bring Menard to the 22 car and race in that car for, or I guess the 12 car if Austin Cindric stays in Xfinity. So he'll probably bring some sponsorship to the Xfinity program and get the just kind of get some races in the Xfinity Series next season. But for Matt Dibenedetto, this is a big opportunity. He's gone from one team to another, and every time he's gone, they've been better. The biggest news was, he would be kicked out of the 95 this, at the end of the season for Christopher Bell, most likely. And that, one of the only rides open was the 38 for front row. So it was suspected that Matt Dibenedetto, if he was going to land up anywhere, would land there, that or a top tier Xfinity team. But this is even better than all that. This is Wood Brothers Racing, most likely still going to have that Penske Alliance. So it looks like Matt Dibenedetto is going to have a pretty good ride for 2020 and could potentially get the 21 car back into the playoffs where it belongs. So for Matt Dibenedetto, this is the time to shine. 2020 is going to be the time to shine for Matt Dibenedetto. He is going to, he's going to have a great quality ride. This is a ride that can contend to win races with the right person behind the wheel, and Matt Dibenedetto seems to be the right person to put behind the wheel. So watch Dibenedetto in 2020 for a breakout season. But this was just the craziest silly season news. No one saw this coming. There was no reports of Paul Menard retiring or Matt Dibenedetto going to a team like Wood Brothers. There was nothing. There was zero evidence that this would happen, and it happens. And Matt Dibenedetto, he's soaking in all the prizes of this happening. Most likely still gonna have sponsorship like the Wood Brothers sponsorship, Quick Lane, and all that stuff, and probably some Menard sponsorship as well. I mean, Paul Menard, Menards, that whole Menard family, they have given so much sponsorship to different teams and different people. They obviously sponsor Penske and IndyCar, and obviously now in Cup in Xfinity. They sponsor Brandon Jones in Xfinity, and they used to sponsor Richard Childress Racing as well. So, I mean, they sponsor a ton of different teams, a ton of different drivers. It would not surprise me at all if I'm assuming they're going to be coming back and sponsoring Matt Dibenedetto and Penske for 2020 and whatnot. So, great on them. The Menard family has done a lot for auto racing. Obviously sponsoring, once again, Penske and IndyCar, and they sponsored a lot of drivers in Cup and Xfinity over here in NASCAR. So, it'll be great to see them continue their support of the sport and keep that sponsorship train going. And wish the best for Paul Menard in his future with his family. And it'd be great to see him in some one-off races next season. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. We'll see if Matt Dibenedetto can pull out a win next season, possibly now, because he has Wood Brothers Racing equipment, Penske Racing equipment. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys for the next video.